Hey everybody, Matt Morgan here. In this video, we're going to talk about your Capstone Task 2. We'll go over the importance of the Institutional Review Board, go over the parts of Task 2, go through a Task 2 checklist to help you accomplish all of the items, and then finish up with the course instructor contact information. Federal law requires that any people who participate in research have to be treated well. Western Governors Institutional Review Board reviews and makes sure all of the research that is performed on human subjects is performed ethically. If you just want to see why this is important, go ahead and Google unethical human experimentation. There are a bunch of very tragic examples of research on human subjects gone wrong. Your Capstone Task 2 will meet these Institutional Review Board requirements. Here are the parts of Task 2. With all of the Capstone tasks, you can get all the important information that you need by clicking on the Assessment tab, then on View Task. This is important for Task 2 and for all of the Capstone tasks. The introduction, requirements, the grading rubric are all there. Task 2 also has some very important web links that I don't think you see anywhere else. Also, the supporting documents are important. So Task 2 is made up of 3 parts. There's the Institutional Review Board training, the request to conduct research, that's a form you'll fill out, and the informed consent form. Accessing the training page, you will get to that from the web links in the View task. When you get to this page, you will see a lot of information. What you want to do is review WGU's policies and take the Institutional Review Board exam. They are all located here. Be sure to have your exam results emailed to your WGU account. That will be an option when you take the IRB exam. The next part is the request to conduct research. This gives the Institutional Review Board an overview of your research project. Task 2 has to be turned in after Task 1 is approved, and a big reason for that is much of the information for this form will come from your prospectus. This serves 2 purposes. Number 1, it's easier for you to bring over from your prospectus than to just type from scratch, and it also ensures alignment with between Task 2 and Task 1. The other item is the informed consent form. There are 2 versions of this form depending on your research participants. This form will be given to the participants or their parents if your participants are children under 18 years old. Once again, the prospectus will be used to help complete information on this form. Be sure to get a school administrator to sign this form before you submit it for Task 2. Most projects have participants that are school-age children, they're under 18. The parents need to sign this form and return it to you. The parents will sign after it is approved by the Institutional Review Board. If your research participants are adults, and that happens on occasion, be sure to use the adult form. So here's a checklist to accomplish your Task 2 items. I used to be a pilot. Checklists are great. The requirements section of your assessment tab has all the items that you need to do, but not the correct order to do them. So step 1, study the information in the IRB policies and procedures link and take the exam. Be sure to have the results sent to your WGU email account. Once you get that email, copy the exam results into a Word document because it's that Word document you will submit as part of Task 2. Step 3, you want to complete your request for approval to conduct research. That's that form we mentioned previously, and you will use your prospectus to help fill that out. Step 4, prepare the right informed consent form, whether it's adults or children, and you'll have to have a school administrator sign that. Step 5, now that you've got your exam, your request to do research, and your consent form, submit all that information. IRB results, approval to conduct research, and your signed informed consent form. That's signed by the school administrator. Now, after task 2 passes, here's step 6. Make copies of the informed consent form with the administrator's signature. Pass those out to either the participants or the parents, depending on who you're doing your research with. Keep the signed forms for your own records. You will not be submitting any forms signed by the participants or their parents as part of your capstone paper. You're going to keep those for your own records. Now, here's an important part. Only collect data after the signed forms have been returned. If you have specific questions directed to the Institutional Review Board, their email is irb@wgu.edu. All other questions will go to your course instructor. Their contact information, office hours are found in your course of study, and the Capstone group email is below. Good luck with Task 2 and all of your Capstone project tasks.